Welcome to my podcast. My name is PJ Antiporda at samahan niyo ako and let's talk about life and how to get through it. This is my podcast, Paano Nga Ba? And today, we are going to talk about paano nga ba malalaman na toxic ang isang tao. For all the troubles that the world is facing right now, isa sa mga dapat nating iwasan ay ang mga taong di na nga nakakatulong ay nakakadagdag pa ng negativity at kaguluhan sa buhay natin. These are people that after you interact with, leave you feeling worse. Yung may problema ka na lalo mo pang mararamdamang pinagbagsakan ka ng langit at lupa. O kaya naman masaya ka sa simula, maaaring may na-achieve ka, na-accomplish or nagawang maganda. Or simply you just decided to start looking at life on a positive note. But after you talk to them, you don't feel excited about life anymore. Yun bang sa kabila ng lahat, para bang wala kang nagawang maganda sa buhay mo? We might be thinking right now, may kakilala akong ganyang tao. Siguro, ngayon may mga napipicture na tayo sa utak natin na mga faces nila or mga time na nakasalamuha natin sila. But let us be clear, it's not that the whole person is toxic. Rather, their behavior or relationship with you or with us is toxic. So kapag sinabi natin na toxic yung isang tao, we are referring to his or her behavior. So yan ang pag-uusapan natin during this whole podcast. Sa Tagalog, yung toxic daw, sabi ni Google ay nakakalason, nakakasira o nakakamatay. I hope hindi tayo ganyan sa ating behavior at sa ating mga relationship. So paano nga ba malalaman na toxic ang isang tao? Hans F. Hansen said, "People inspire you or they drain you. Pick them wisely." Maaari nating sabihin na sa mundo may dalawang uri ng tao. Yung mag-i-inspire sa'yo or yung magdre-drain sa'yo or tutuyo, magpapahina or maglilimas ng saya sa buhay mo. One of the characteristics daw ng isang taong toxic ay yung pagiging sarcastic. They will use remarks that clearly mean the opposite of what they say. Magsasabi sila ng akala mong maganda sa pandinig, but if you listen closely to what they are saying, mapanlait at nakakasakit pala ito ng damdamin. Most of the time, toxic people use sarcasm without seeing how much damage they are doing. Akala nila, nakakatawa lagi yung sinasabi nila. Pero kapag sinabi mo na, "Hoy, nakakasakit ka na. Ikaw pa yung masama." Magagalit pa sila sa'yo that you don't know how to ride in their joke which they think is funny. The Filipino word for sarcasm is uyam. Mapang-uyam ang tawag sa taong sarcastic. Mapangtuya or mapagbiro ng masakit. If we have the tendency to be sarcastic at times or naging habit na natin magbato ng mga sarcastic remarks, let us refrain from doing this. Kahit na gaano pa nakakatawa ang biro na ito sa tingin natin, as it hurts other people's feelings and belittle them. So paano nga ba malalaman na toxic ang isang tao? Have you ever met someone who thinks that they are always right? Yung taong di nag-admit na mali sila. At ang masama pa, parang laging tayo na lang yung mali. Yan, another characteristic ng isang taong toxic daw. They never admit that they are wrong and they are always quick to blame others first. At kahit na napatunayan mo na mali sila, hindi pa rin nila tatanggapin na mali sila. Kaya wag mo ring asahan na manghihingi ng sorry ang mga taong ganyan. Non-apologists, yan ang tawag sa kanila. Mga taong hindi marunong humingi ng tawad sa pagkakamali nila. Para sa kanila, when they admit that they are wrong, they would appear weak. At ito yung iniiwasan nila. They always want to show that they are perfect and always right at all time. But most of the time, kung susumahin natin, bakit sila ganyan? Kasi masyadong mababa yung self-esteem pala nila. They are trying to give it a boost to the point na nagiging dishonest na rin sila. Kapag ganito ang isang tao, yung fact o yung katotohanan ay pinapawalang saysay nila. They don't value truth and honesty. Yung tipong fake news na nga yung sinabi at isinare nila ay sige pa rin sa pagtanggol at ipinagpipilitan pa rin na paniwalaan sila at yung fake news na pinost nila. Ganito rin ba tayo kung minsan? Huwag nating hayaang maging toxic tayo. Sabi nga ni John C. Maxwell, a man must be big enough to admit his mistakes, smart enough to profit from them, and strong enough to correct them. Kaya naman, let us always remember, it takes a big person to admit their mistakes. So paano nga ba malalaman na toxic ang isang tao? Bad things happen to everyone at some point, tama? Pero sa mga taong toxic, sa kanila na lang lagi nangyayari ito. Sila lagi yung biktima ng pagkakataon at pangyayari. Pa-victim effect, ika nga. Ito yung mga taong when you talk to, all your conversations tend to center around their problems. At syempre, expected nila na dapat makisimpatya ka sa kanila and feel sorry for them. Sa work, sila yung mga madalas magsabi na, uy, buti ka pa, ganyan lang yung task na binigay sa'yo. Yung sa akin, sobrang hirap. Unfair talaga yung si boss natin. Madalas din, may pagka-killjoy sila. Kung nagkakasayahan kayo sa barkada, mga kaibigan, or kayong magkakatrabaho, kahit gaano pa kasaya yung activity or ginagawa nyo, at kahit sa tingin nyo ay nag-e-enjoy rin naman siya, di niya i-admit yun. And because you don't want to let them feel out, you guys will stop doing that fun activity just to suit them. People with a victim mentality attitude frequently blames others when things go wrong or if they don't achieve a goal or target. At madalas damay ka sa pag-blame niya. Having a toxic person with a victim mentality affects us negatively. Nakakawala ito ng moral, ng drive, ng confidence ng mga taong nakakasalamuha niya. When they do mistakes, for example, at pwede naman agad itong i-correct or i-prevent, ang tendency niya is to blame others. Kaya yun, mas lalong bumibigat ang workload ng bawat isa at nagkokos palalo ito ng delay. They try to change our behavior or perception through indirect and deceptive tactics in order to gain our sympathy and compassion. At kaya kapag nagpadala ka sa kanila, it damage your relationship or trust doon sa mga taong ikwento nila sa'yo. At dahil nga ganito sila lagi, expect na rin na yung ibang tao na napagkwentuhan naman niya ng tungkol sa'yo would see you and look at you in a negative way too. So paano nga ba malalaman na toxic ang isang tao? This one probably we all experience. Another characteristic of a toxic person is that they are narcissistic. Yung mga narcissists ay yung mga taong masyadong mataas ang tingin sa sarili nila. Gusto lagi nila sila ang bida. Sa kanila lagi nakatuon ang atensyon at madalas walang pakialam sa iba. They always interrupt whenever someone is talking. Yung tipong di ka makakapagsalita kahit isang word kapag nandun sila sa usapan. They love to talk about themselves or just hear themselves talk. On conversations, they don't ask you questions. Or kung magtanong man sila, sila rin ang sasagot sa tanong nila. They don't wait for your response and they won't shut up. They also expect to always receive special treatment and if they don't, they become impatient and angry. Di mo rin sila pwedeng biruin or maging object ng katatawanan dahil siguradong away or gulo yan. If people in our relationship, whether in the office, in our family, or in our circle of friends is completely self-centered, hindi maganda ang epekto nila sa atin at sa buhay natin. Kapag dumating kasi yung time na kailangan mo ng payo or makakausap, if you talk to them, you will just feel more down as they will never be attentive or pay attention to your needs. So, paano nga ba malalaman na toxic ang isang tao? Not everyone is going to like the things you do. And that's okay. Ganyan din naman tayo. Hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon ay sang-ayon tayo sa kagustuhan at ginagawa ng iba. Hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon ay sumusuporta tayo sa mga kakilala at mga kaibigan natin. Halimbawa na lang, itong podcast ko. Sa Facebook, meron akong 1,782 friends. Sa Instagram, meron akong 11,380 followers. Pero ang subscriber ko sa channel na to, mabibilang lang sa daliri. But that's okay. We cannot expect for everyone to support us all the time. But a toxic person is on the next level. Di ka na nga niya sinusuportahan, ang dami pa niyang sinasabi sa'yo. A toxic person actively discourages you from pursuing your goals. Sisiguraduhin nilang hindi mo ipagpapatuloy yung gusto mong gawin. Sasabihin nila sa'yo lahat ng mga negatibong bagay if you continue doing what you want. And they will not be satisfied just doing that. Magtatawag pa yan ng iba at idadaon ka sa harap ng ibang tao na talaga namang mag-iiwan sa'yo na durog at lantang-lanta. Pero ganito na lang daw ang isipin natin. Bakit may unsupportive toxic person? Una, probably they are jealous of you. At syempre, they don't want you to succeed. Sabi nga, people want you to do well, just not better than them. People want you to do well, or people want us to do well, just not better than them. Sa mga taong toxic, ayaw na ayaw nilang mauungusan sila ng ibang tao no matter how successful they are already. Kahit na successful na yung mga yan, ayaw nilang mauungusan mo kahit sa anumang paraan. People can have more than you and still be jealous of the little that you have. So paano nga ba malalaman na toxic ang isang tao? We know that gossip can be about as real and credible as the fairy tale you were once told as a kid. But this knowledge doesn't deter some people from engaging in it. Yan, isa pa yan sa mga gustong-gustong gawin ng mga taong toxic ay yung pagtsismisan ang buhay ng iba. Para bang hindi kumpleto ang araw nila kung hindi sila makakasagap ng mga pinaka-latest na chismis at hindi nila magagamit yung mga dila nila para masabi sa iba't ibang tao ang may init pang issue tungkol sa boss mo, katrabaho, kaibigan, or kapitbahay mo. Pero bago tayo mahumaling na sumali sa kanila at makinig sa mga sinasabi nila, let us remember this quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. Sabi niya, "Great minds discuss ideas. Average ones discuss events. And small minds discuss people." So, ano nga bang size ng mind natin? Let's discuss. Gossipers derive pleasure from other people's misfortune. Aminin na natin, masaya yan sa simula. But over time, it gets tiring and makes you feel unrefined and hurts other people. Napakaraming mga positibo and great ideas out there to learn from, to waste our time talking about the troubles of others. So paano nga ba malalaman na toxic ang isang tao? Toxic people are the ones that drains our energy. They are very sarcastic. They think that they are always right. They always play like the victim. They are narcissistic, always thinking highly of themselves. They are unsupportive and jealous of the people around them. And they love to talk about other people's misfortunes. Sounds familiar? May mga naisip na ba tayong mga taong ganyang-ganyan ang ugali? But on the other hand, let us also examine ourselves. Baka naman tayo ay nagiging ganyan din. But don't worry. Huwag kang malungkot kung tingin mo ay toxic person ka na rin pala. Hindi pa naman huli ang lahat. Sabi nga habang may buhay, may pag-asa. At may pag-asa pa tayong magbago. The first thing we have to do is to confess our sins and ask for forgiveness from God. Siya ang unang-unang makakaintindi sa atin as we also learn how to forgive ourselves. Second, ask for forgiveness to those whom we have hurt. They can be a family member, a friend, a colleague, or kahit sino pa mang mga nasaktan natin. And third, refrain from doing the same mistakes again, of being a toxic individual. And lastly, help others to do the same. And let me end this podcast with this verse in Ephesians 4:31-32. Ang sabi doon, get rid of all bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, and slander, as well as all types of evil behavior. Instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God, through Christ, has forgiven you. Salamat for joining my podcast. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoy listening to it. Let me know your thoughts and I hope to see you again on our next episode. So, this is Paano Nga Ba with PJ Antiborda, signing off and saying, God bless us all.